I love to hear the songs out of the mountains like that. I don't know, it just makes a difference, I think. And but I'm glad to be here. And I got taken by surprise a couple of weeks ago. I want to share a little testimony with you. A little 9-year-old. Some's heard the story and some ain't maybe, but after we had the service on Sunday, she went to school and she had a rough day at school and said she was scared that she was going to go to hell. And I thought, what did I preach? You know, that's the first thing. I got a phone call and they asked me to meet on Monday evening after work. I had the phone call about 3 o'clock, and I said, as soon as I get off, and I'll get cleaned up and I'll be there at the church. And, you know, I thought for a minute, you sometimes maybe you did take them by surprise about what's here, what you say, and who's heard it, you know. And I thought, what made a difference to preach on hell, though? And that little 9-year-old girl gave her heart to the Lord. I'll be baptizing her next Sunday. And I just want to tell you that God's still in the saving business. And I met there on a Monday evening at 5 o'clock. We was out of church, but she was bothered all day. And led that little girl in prayer. And that, boy, that's just blessed my heart the past few weeks. And she was scared to get baptized. I said, well, you think about it. When we got done about getting her baptized, she said she was scared of the water and she couldn't swim. And she talked to Mommy a little while. Mama encouraged her, and she come back next Sunday and she said, I want to be baptized. I'm no longer afraid. And I was just thinking to myself what it's like, to make a point to know that you're saved, regardless of age and what it means like this day and time. And we bounce around from churches to churches, I do, and I see a lot of people, and I got to thinking a little while, and I was wondering why God would call me to come here tonight and what I ought to preach on. And sometimes you wonder and you question where God wants you. Amen. And sometimes you don't have much of a direction. Amen. And sometimes you're just there in the presence. Amen. Amen. And so I was thinking there, and Brother Ron was singing that song, what it meant to me to be saved. Amen. Gives me a shout and victory. Amen. It gives me a peace about myself. And it also gives me a friend that will go with me where nobody else is even welcome sometimes. But Jesus will go to a place with you where nobody else wants to go. And sometimes you look around the church, sometimes people, you wonder about yourself, are they saved? You wonder if the Lord was to come in the wee hours of the night tonight, how many people would really be ready? I guess because of what I see a lot today is, you see, God gave me a fire, and nobody's ever been able to put that out. I've come to realize that it doesn't matter where I am or what kind of people's around. If God gets a hold of me, I just mind God. Amen. If God tells me to pray, I believe and stir up the hearts of people and get them into a place, amen, where they can learn not about the wisdom of a man, but the Word of Christ. And that's what we ought to preach, amen. I'm glad to know that tonight. Listen to what verse 30 here has to say. Chapter 13, it said, Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. I'm glad for that. Amen. I told the church this morning, I don't care what you think, what might come against the church. Things might change. I told one fellow a while back, I said the qualification of the preacher, it's not even in the bylaws anymore of the church. And, there ain't even no qualifications anymore. They just figure you can toe the Bible and you can speak, you can preach. I beg to differ. I think people need to check themselves. Take heed lest you fall. You see, if anybody knows anything about the calling of God, I do. I'm just saved by the grace of God like anybody else. I found out a long time ago I was nothing without Christ. I found out when I got a little excited, I started preaching a little bit. That scared me to death. It scared me to death. I didn't want nothing to do with that, but I felt good. You see, he'll give you a feel-good kind of relationship. They said it ain't about the feeling, brother. It's all about the feeling for me. I feel at peace when I got saved. I felt like I gained the whole world. Amen. I felt like I was heavenly home. It felt good until my soul got when he saved. Felt good. Amen. So don't say we ain't a feeling thing. I never felt so good until I got saved. I never even started living until I got saved. I thought I was living. I thought the world, well, you could just grab it by the tail, put it in your pocket, you go on with it. It ain't about that. Jesus get a hold of your heart, tell you you're a sinner, you're lost, you're undone, and you're on the way to hell. And that'll straighten your heart out a little bit. To come to acknowledgement that you're dead without Christ. You come to that acknowledgement, it'll change your life. Amen. And you'll fear to wake up in the morning, be called home, and not be ready. So what is it like to be saved? It's the greatest high you'll ever experience in the face of the earth. There ain't a drug in this world to get you higher than Jesus Christ. Amen. I don't know what the young people are searching out there in the streets. It'll never last. Just last for the night. Sometimes they don't wake up in the morning. I told them the truth. You've got to tell these people. Amen. You need Jesus Christ. That's the only way you're going to kick that stuff. Don't tell them to go to rehab. Tell them to get saved. Amen. If they get saved, Jesus take care and wash all that things away. Amen. Man has failed from the beginning, brother. You can't do it by yourself. Amen. They failed from the beginning. Amen. He said, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But one of the day that the hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch, and pray. For you know not when the time is. That little girl called up Mama and told her, I've had a bothersome day. It woke me up, brother. Not only did my work follow me into the Monday, but it followed me into the next day. It followed me into the next Sunday. All because someone would tell them to take heed. Amen. Watch and pray. Take heed lest you fall. You know, I'm wondering today, I look around, are you really saved? You know, I remember a time when we get revivals and the deacons would get saved, and the pastor sometimes would have to get saved. You know, he thought he was saved. I remember those times when people used to, I've never been in one, but I've heard of them many, many times. So they thought they was all right. Religion, I told them this morning, religion will send you to hell. I keep telling that all the time because people's relying on religion. Look, mommy and daddy, and what this one done, and that's my home church. What about what you're doing for Christ alone by yourself? What about you alone? According to Jesus Christ, He's going to call you one day. want. That's what we've got. The church has got satisfied. That's all that I want. I just want to sit in my seat, clap my hands a little bit, say amen, I'm going home. When I come to the house of God, I'm looking for somebody to get saved. I'm looking for the altar to be full. Every time I'm looking for somebody to sing a song. Now I want to get up and take a running fit for it. I'm telling you, I want to have church. Been brought from death into life, ain't you? You look at most Christians today, they look as dead as a zombie. They're just as dead as anything. Anything you can find. And I say that truthfully. I say a Christian ought to be the happiest person that you'll ever meet. Amen. If you're saved, you've gained the keys to the kingdom. You've gained the greatest friend that's ever been offered to the world. You've gained salvation and a freedom about yourself. If you're saved, think about what it means to be saved. What was it like? Take yourself back to the day. An old Pentecostal preacher one time said we need to take the devil back. Take it back to the altar of prayer where we met Jesus Christ and killed the devil. I think indoors. We need to go back to the altar of prayer. Nobody wants to get out of their seat. Nobody wants to pray. They're too prideful. They're too high-minded. That altar ain't for me. I got saved 30 years ago. Well, that's the problem. You quit praying. Amen. You quit praying, you'll quit growing. I get an amen. If you don't like it, say ooh. Hey, take heed and watch. He said, for the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey. He left his house and he gave authority to his servants and every man his work. And commanded the porter to watch. You can take this home and read it, break it down a little bit. But I like verse 35, 36, and 37 the most. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, or at the cockcrow, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly, he find you what? Are you there? Verse 36, sleeping. I think if we don't wake up, he's going to find a lot of people asleep, church. There's a lot of people that's lost and dying every day. Our neighbors. You know why our churches ain't full? We forget to knock on doors. You know why you can't knock on doors? You're scared you're going to rob them. Now, I'm not joking with you whatsoever. People's worried about what everybody else is going to think about them if they do anything for Christ. We don't shout anymore because they said we don't like that. It's out of line. Church gets a little too haywire. I'd rather follow Jesus Christ and worry about where I stand with Him than what you think of me. Amen. What I'm trying to do in 2020 is get the church revived and up out of the sleep and start working again and start shouting again and start clapping again and start rejoicing again. He said we're full of rejoicing. He said give glory unto God and praise ye. And He said that also we was excited when He said we'd go to the house of prayer. We were glad and excited. Now people come to church with their head down. How you doing? What we eat today? I'm ready to get out of here. Ain't gonna shut up. I've never heard so many excuses in my life. I heard that. Yeah. 15 minutes is enough for you. Yeah, that's all right. 30 minutes. I've learned I never was long-winded. But now I go almost 45 minutes to an hour, and I keep praying to God, God, hush me up. But God don't want to hush me up. People want to hush me up. What do you study on? What he said preach on. He is the in season, now the season. Brother, we're out of season. difference is it made for me.
Amen.
If it wasn't for the old people shouting, wasn't for the old people when they got down, they stood back up, stand tall, and said, I trust in the Lord. I'm coming through the valley. I'm plowing the ground. That's the kind of backbone Christians that'll change your life. You want what they got.
Amen.
Last time I checked, living in this world, brother, ain't no joke. The last time I checked, it won't be long. They'll probably tell us we can't preach out of the King James Bible. No, they don't want that. They can't understand it. Well, get on your knees and pray, and God will give you an understanding. Don't take the easy route. That's what people want. I can't understand it. I can't read no better than any of the rest of you. I just trust in the Lord. I couldn't understand all the Bible. I trust in the Lord. Amen. For all of my strength. Come on. Just saved by grace. Amen. Just saved by grace. Amen. That's enough for me, isn't it? Let's come Sunday, find you asleep. And what I say to you, I say to all. You ain't just not to yourself. He's saying it to all. He said, what I say to you, this word's in red. Last time I checked, that's the words of Christ. Amen? I say it a little better than that. Amen? We forgot to say that. I used to have a little sign you have to hold up, tell the church to say amen anymore. You have to tell the church it's okay to clap. You got to tell the church it's okay to sing. You got to tell the church, hey, it's time to testify. You got to tell the church everything. Last time I checked, you're your own self according to God. If God saved you, you're your own person. You're kept by the power of God. I'm kept by the power of God. God might tell you and use you in a different way. God's going to use me in a different way. The difference is we have fellowship one with another because we serve the same God. And the Bible said that if we have fellowship one with another, then the Spirit of God ought to flow breaths to breaths. If I don't feel what they feel, I don't want to be there. I've been there. Oh yeah. I felt out of place. That's all right. Maybe it wasn't for me. Not everyone saying, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of those who do the will of the Father. Some people keep walking around here saying, I'm saved and I'm ready, but I wonder, are you really ready? He said it could be in the morning or the midnight. He said the house coming. He said even at midnight or at the cock crow or in the morning. He said let's come suddenly and find you asleep. Amen. Brother, the church, brother said the church is asleep. It's as dead as anything. Amen. You gonna blame God for that? Last time I checked, He's all power and all glory, and He's coming back like that, brother. Last time I checked, He's going to separate the good from the evil. Last time I checked, God's going to separate the sheep from the goats. That's all right. Let the church numbers go down, but the church is still going up. Amen. You got it. That's true, buddy. Best service we ever been in. There wasn't no more than like 15, 20 people. You know why? We was in one mind and one accord and one thing on our mind. Jesus Christ, I'm going home. I'm going to pick out much better than that place. I just don't be called up. Amen. It's like on a chariot of fire, brother. I was going up. What we need today is come up out of sleep. You say, well, I can't get on my knees anymore, and you stand and pray. I don't want to hear any more excuses. I'm so tired of excuses from people. Yeah. Amen. We're slothful. We're lazy. Amen. Just admit it. Sitting on that blessed assurance. I told him, I said, that's pretty bad. You got to get on YouTube, get pumped up before you go to church because you're waiting on somebody else to get pumped up and you get it. And it don't happen. Amen. See, you know what you do? You turn on primitive quartet and everybody, you get so pumped up and you get in your video, you're shouting in your video, and you get to church, and about the time you get in there, somebody's got something good to say about somebody else. Knocks my spirit back a little bit. You know what's wrong with the Spirit of God? Nobody's hungry for it. Nobody's thirsty for it. They don't want it anymore. Do you want to see souls saved? You got to go get them. You got to go, brother. We've got to go on the highways and the hedges and compel them to get in the house of God. And when they get in here, we got to show them that Jesus has risen. He's alive and He's well. And He's still living. Right? Give the Lord a praise. That's all right. Give Him a praise. See, you let me shut you up. Keep on praising the Lord if you want to. Thank the Lord for that. Don't you? Yeah. Calm down just a minute. You know how easy it is, a 9-year-old can understand it. You ought to see the smile on their face. She used to sit there real quiet. Now she's got a smile about her face. She almost got a glow about her, 9-year-old little girl. The youngest I've ever seen in my eyes come to the Lord. That's in my ministry. He said, come ye as a little child. Church, we've forgotten to pray. We no longer looking up. We're just looking all around. What have we got? You ain't got nothing. This world will be desolate one day. He's coming back. And when he comes back, I pray he don't find you asleep. I pray that he finds you watched up and prayed up and ready to go up, what the old preacher used to say. Looking up, praying up, ready to go up. You get that kind of vision about you, you can conquer anything this world has to come against you because you're walking hand in hand with Jesus. The Bible said that we ought to seek things spiritually. Amen. Paul said to walk ye in the Spirit. I can't get away from the Spirit of God, Brother Danny. Every time I preach, it seems like he keeps bringing up the Spirit of God. Amen. Where's the hunger? Where's our desire to serve God? Is it far away? Just don't do it anymore. Brother, if I could have anything to do with it, I'd like to light fire in your hind end to see you stand up a little while. Yeah. Get rid of some of that stubbornness and that pride. And I'm better than anybody else. I'm mad at this one and I don't like that one and I don't want this and I don't want that. We don't have time for complaining. What we got time for is praying. If you're upset, you need to get back on your knees and ask God first about you. Don't get no amens out of all that, do you? What about you? Preached in church a little while ago. I thought, what's happened to us? You know, I remember the last time I stood before here, there were 70-some people in this church. Didn't seem like too long ago. I remember seeing my daddy. He's only 54. He went on. He used to sit somewhere right there, even my own daddy. Never seen him in church before. He'd come here. And I seen my grandpa, first time I ever seen him in church. He sat right here. I seen my aunt, first time I ever seen her in church. She'd come here. You think that would have been enough? What I'm saying is this. I had all the reason in the world to pastor this church when I was here. And had a great desire. But I'd rather follow Jesus Christ than any man. I'd rather put my trust in Jesus Christ and know that he'll not fail me. Now, I might fail, but he won't fail me. He'll lead me back to where I need to be. And you say, well, what I'm saying is, all I know is the redeemed, the saved by grace. Those that's been washed white in the blood of the Lamb, that's who's going home. That's it. The Bible says the church will be spotless and blameless, won't it? God's going to dot every I and cross every T before he comes back. He says to watch and look and pray. I've never seen how hard it is to get people to come down and pray about anything. But people don't have a problem calling, getting on Facebook and spreading rumors at any given time. That's the truth. YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff's good things. Depends on what you're using it for. I'll just throw that at you. It costs you nothing. Be careful. Watch and pray. Just say, well, I don't like this and I don't like that. Well, quit doing it and you won't receive all that I don't likes. Don't invite people in your life if you don't want to hear the comments. Don't invite people to see Jesus Christ when you're not living it yourself. That's old-time preaching. Amen. Heard that. You living good enough to lead someone else to the Lord? Amen. Now you're preaching. You straightened out enough? All fell short of his glory, let me tell you that. Amen. But you'll find the difference. It's called humbleness about yourself. Love covers what? A multitude of sin. Just loving somebody in spite of yourself can be enough. excuse that I'm getting. I'll tell you one, I ain't shared it with nobody else. I ain't shared it with the church yet. I'll share it with you tonight. One reason. I'll use my own words. It's the same meaning. It's dead. Nothing to offer. Yeah. People want something. If you want to buy a new car, you want it shiny, you want it clean, you want good tires on it, you want everything about it. If you're going to invite people to church, they need to see that Jesus Christ is alive and is seated, and that people living according to what Christ said for them to live. The only way they're going to see Jesus Christ is through you and through me. Amen. If we preach, brother, we ought to preach with the power and the demonstration of the Holy Ghost, because that's how God called us, brother. Yeah. Paul said, if I preach, I ought to preach with power. They don't want that. It's too loud, it's obnoxious. Spitting and slobbering everywhere. He's preached for 45 minutes. I've got things I've got to get done. That's the problem. Your mind isn't where it ought to be when you get to the house of God. It's worried about everybody else and everything else and what you're going to do and where you're going to go, but it's not on. The kingdom of God is at hand. That what they used to preach was enough, wasn't it, brother? Used to spell Gilbert and say the kingdom of God is at hand. Boy, people move. The kingdom of God is at hand. You didn't have to explain for them what to do. They just come. Thinking about that, I thought about the gate that was outside of the gate. They come by and he said, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no homes, I ain't got nothing to give you, but such as we have. Then he said, I'll give them to you. What's that? Jesus Christ. I'll offer you Jesus Christ. The man was healed. And the Bible said that he went into the temple doing what? I didn't write it, but I read it. The blind man when his eyes were open. The lame man when his legs were made. He said he leaped to his feet. He leaped to his feet. We got two good legs and you couldn't even shake a stick at it. You couldn't get your heel up high enough to cause a ruckus anywhere. We've got loud voices you can yell at home, but you can't shout the victory in the house of God. I don't understand what's going on. But I know this, we fell asleep. We deceiving ourselves. Wake up! You say we want a revival, we got to preach 3 days and close it down. You know what we need? We need to preach for 5 hours one night till everybody leaves, see who's left, then that's who's going home, brother. They used to always say the dedicated was who you had on Wednesday night and Sunday night at the house of God. Brother, I want to tell you, there's some truth about that. There's a lot of people who don't come on Sunday night because they got better things to do. You've lost your fear of Christ. But also understand when they don't want to come to church because they don't have anything to offer. It's up to those that has been bought with the price on Calvary that has the victory to keep shouting the victory. Let them know what you got. You open up a new business, you put the shiniest things you got out front. I mean, you do all the marketing you can because business will come in. You've got to have the best of the best. Amen. We've got the best of the best. If you're saved, you've got the best that's ever been offered to mankind. The greatest gift, Jesus Christ. You know, most of the shouters done went home. They still shout over. I was thinking about a little old and all them and Shirley and his little wife, and she disrupted me years and years ago. And all of them that used to stand up and they'd lift their hands up, they done been called home. I said, a little bit of that didn't rub off on nobody else. I couldn't carry that home a little bit. I mean, is God just calling all the people, all the happy people home, or what? I don't believe that for a minute. The field is white, the harvest is ready, but we ain't got no labor, brother. We ain't got nobody got enough time. They're too busy. No spiritual growth. People want church to roll. People want church to be exciting. That's what it ought to be. The Bible said that we're just like the wind. But listen, we shall, as the wind bloweth, we move with it, don't we, brother? That's what the Bible said. Where we hear it. The problem is, we hear couch when somebody steps on a nail. We ought to walk, act, and look. Be willing to give an extra hand. Be willing to tell somebody the truth. I don't care what the world says about hurting people's feelings, what we should and shouldn't do. Either it lines up or it don't, Brother Danny. It either lines up or it doesn't with the Word of God. There's people today that I just seen it not too long ago, and a man claims to be a preacher, and he isn't more qualified than a dog in my backyard to preach the Word of God. You say, well, that's mean. I'm telling you the truth. The Bible said a husband and one wife and blameless, and he ought not drink, and there's been many nights among the week he's tipping back something to drink, and the Bible said that taking a strong drink is a foolish man. You got some saying, well, as long as I got one wife at a time, and you do it all right. Well, according to the law of the land in which we live in, you only can be married to one anywhere. So we're anyone. So what I'm saying, what's the Word of God's power? You can only be married to one woman in the state of Wayne County, as far as I know, in Indiana. Amen. If you want to get remarried, you got to get a divorce. See, nobody wants to hear that today. I've heard that for the last 10 years. You say, well, I'm being called to preach. I said, you ain't qualified to be called to preach. Why? We've got a standard that we've got to stand behind. Do you know when I got ordained, Brother Danny, the preachers that lined up and the oracles of faith that I had to answer, and how they sent me out for months on end to preach the gospel and let every preacher they know to observe me and make sure I was standing. But I didn't care, brother. Amen. And I also baptized them out there at the lake, and they told me that I was out of line because I didn't have the church. And I looked at my pastor that ordained me. I said, you don't give me authority for me to baptize anybody. God gives me the authority. And to let it be known, there was 5 churches represented when I baptized 2 young boys in a fishing lake out there because God told me to baptize them. Amen. They'll never forget the day. 2 brothers, to be exact. Fear not what man can do unto you. I choose to follow Jesus Christ. Him alone is enough for me. Amen. I ain't worried about you. That's what we need. You look to your neighbors, I ain't worried about you. You've got to take heed for yourself. We don't like that preaching. How much longer you want me to go here tonight? We need it. We need it. You waking you up yet? What's it like? They sang that song this morning I thought about all day. Got that going home look. I got that going home feeling because I'm tired of what's going on in this world, brother. You get sick and tired of it. Somebody preach like that. Because God preached with authority too. Through Jesus Christ, preached with authority. Ain't none of us preach like Jesus. Wasn't a better man ever called. Wasn't a greater sacrifice ever given. Wasn't never a perfect man, but Jesus himself. Church, we depart from here. Least you can take with you is this. How many used to shout? Used to get excited, put it that way. Raise your hand, lift it up. All right, that's the question. It's coming. Who still does? Oh, lift them up there. Lift them up. Who still will? Who still will? So, well, is it all about that? No, I'm not talking about that. You know exactly what God wants from you. The difference is you can't fool me through the Spirit of God because I know God gave you something more than what you'll show me. Does that make sense? What used to be ought to be. We preached today, then, with sister, brother and sister, about the gray hair. Watch out for who've got gray hair. They're called the most beautiful. That's your beauty. What I want to throw in there, the church was established music. Somebody might know it. I got to think for a minute. I wouldn't want to embarrass anybody. But I'm saying this. They said, as we believe, I said, well, what happened in Acts chapter 2? So he's a preacher. And I said, what happened in Acts chapter 2? He said, well, they all heard the gospel in their own language. And I said, and what happened after that? God added them to the church. Amen? I mean, anybody ever read that? Huh? Everybody's hanging on to a thread. They're almost about ready to fall off. Right? You asleep yet? Huh? Hang on, not yet. Hang in there. You need this. See, you getting all grouchy and everything else, ready to go home. You've been here too long, so that's the problem. Huh? You keep shouting, I keep preaching. You trying to quit shouting, so I can shut up. I know. Quieter it gets, quieter I get. Let me tell you something. He also had a problem with eternal salvation, and we won't go into that far with it. But anyway, he said, I tipped this back about a year ago, and I said, let me ask you a question. I want to share this with you because it's very important. It's just a little testimony between one brother and another. That wasn't it, just two of us. That's it, just one to the other. So I said, well, God added them to the church, right? He said, yeah. I said, it's kind of funny to get in the Pentecostal church and you can point out who's going to run and shout and spit and holler and fall on the floor and pass out and all. He said, you can find it. I said, do you believe that's of God then? If you can pick that out, I said, do you believe that's of God? He said, no, probably don't. And I said, what about eternal salvation? He said, well, a while ago, you used to dip back into a Jack and a Coke or something, about a year ago. And I said, let me ask you a question. If you had died after you pulled that thing back to your lips and you chugged that down, I said, if you died right then, would you went to hell? And he said, no. And I said, well, then that explains to me eternal salvation then, no? You can't live it right. You can't live it good enough. You'll fail Christ every step of the way. None righteous, no, not one. He said, if you're to have forgiveness, you've got to forgive one another, didn't you? You can't take the beating out of your brother's eye. You can't get it out of your own eye. Quit pointing the finger because you got them all pointing back at yourself. What I'm saying, there's some things that's been established in the Word of God that I have lived personally, and nobody will change that for me. Nobody. When I stand before God, He'll know me and I'll know Him. And I can do my explaining if needed. But God's going to judge. Our deeds and your works will follow you. Huh? Huh? How many believes your work's going to follow them? That's getting in there real deep now. God knows you when you're in the closet at night. God knows what you're doing in the midnight hour. God knows what you're doing behind closed doors. God knows what's inside your heart. God knows if you're His child or not. God knows if you're saved or not. God knows if you're ready. God knows if you've been praying. God knows if you're really a member of the church and you're working in the church like you're supposed to. God knows all about you. You think fooling people's getting you somewhere? Not a bit. God knows all about you. That's my message tonight. Give the Lord a praise. God knows all about you. That once was, get it back. If you get hungry, you're going to go to the table and eat, ain't you? Sometimes I go to the table, I ain't even hungry, and I still eat. That's been a problem with me. So the one that says he's without sin's a liar. I want to add that in there to you, okay? The Bible said a man that says he's without sin is nothing but a liar. One man said, I ain't sinned, and I understand where he's going from. I ain't sinned since I got saved. I've heard that so many times. I ain't sinned since. I said, I understand where you're coming from, but you have sinned, so don't say that. You mean you got forgiveness for your sin and all your sin that you walked with throughout all your God forgive. I know what you mean. You ain't sinned in the eyes of God because you got the forgiveness of Jesus. I understand, but that's not the way to state it. I was a sinner saved by the grace of God. Nothing more and I'm nothing less. Amen? I've been bought with a price on Calvary. Nothing more, nothing less. It's faithful. Didn't cost me a dime. Why? God loved me. I wasn't worried about you. He was worried about me. We need a little bit more stubbornness about us. Need to be a little bit straight back. A little bit. Walk around like you're saved. Walk around like you came to the kingdom. Walk around like you got the keys to the kingdom. Because you did. You inherited. Join heirs with Christ. So as he sings again, I thought about that. I wish you ever sing that song, Welcome Home again. I really like that. Welcome home. A couple more verses, I'd have been just about there. Amen. I almost thought about getting up and shouting.
Well, why didn't you? You don't want to quench the Spirit.
Because he didn't sing it not one more time.
You quenched the Spirit.
No, not me. Not me. One more time, I would have got up and shouted. You see what I'm talking about? Just one more time. See, it was getting good. I've seen that happen too many times. It gets too hot. Oh, it gets too hot, you know. And somebody shut that down. No, we can't have that. You're either a hindrance to the Spirit or you're a help to it.
Amen.
Either one or the other. I say tonight, I love you. I'm glad to be here tonight. And I hope with all of my heart. God will give you something. No man can do. God will make you love people, brothers and sisters. You can't love by yourself. I wish I could shut up tonight. Brother Paul, y'all bless the sword and Satan. Call you to preach. God can do that. God can forgive you when you don't forgive your brother. God still loves you enough to forgive you. Hope and pray. You get back on your knees and pray. You go over and hug your neighbor's neck. Tell them how much you love them. He said, the ones that you've done the least to, you've done them to me, isn't it? You ever heard that? When you've done it to the least of them, you've done it to Jesus Christ. We need to get things in check. There are too many people walking around with all against one another. There's too many people walking around high-minded thinking they're better than everybody else. You say we got that going on? Yes, you do, every day. Don't lie to me. People on Facebook pointing the finger at one another. It's easy to fall into temptation. But I'm thankful in you, God, that I'm saved. I'm nothing more and I'm nothing less. A lot of things we wish we could change and we don't have the opportunity to. We just give it to God. You know, that's the greatest thing there is. You can give it to God. God said, don't worry about fighting the battle. I'll fight it for you. And when I get done fighting your battle for you, I'll give you the crown. I ain't never been a friend like that, Brother Danny, in all my life. He'll go down and stand on the sideline and fight the war for me and come back and give me the crown. He'll run the race. And when Jesus gets done running the race, he'll give you the crown. Give you the trophy, give you the victory. I've never met a friend like that. That's why I shout, give him praise, I told the fella a while back, I'll get excited. Me and Tom go fishing before we hook into a 3-pound smallmouth. We'll get excited, we shout. We get done, we'll give God the praise. Thank you, Lord, for the day of opportunity, fellowship, one another. Get excited about something. I can imagine my boy hitting his first home run if he played baseball. How excited I'd come off that and shout. Yeah, shout. You do the same thing. You got grandchildren, you get on the boys in the clap. Go, boy, go! You cheer them on. Well, that's what we used to do in the house of God. We cheer on our brothers and sisters. We cheer on. If they's lost, we get down there real quick. You sure you don't want to get saved? You sure you don't want to come down? We used to cheer our brothers and sisters on. Now we just sit there like we can't stand on it. Not everybody. Not making a physical statement. Some people love me in spite of myself, and I love you. But there's some. Oh yeah, there's some.
I love you in spite of me.
That's right.
In spite of me. Not in spite of yourself, but in spite of me. I'm the one that has a problem with what he love you. I love you.
Glad God cannot fail. Church, I pray, start a little fire for you, amen. I pray it helps you out along the way. And when they tell you, say, why won't you come to church? Ask people. I've been asking because I want to figure out all the answers and excuses that people have. Been asking my co-worker for a long time to come to church. And I just told him how flat you're scared. God might do something. You're scared, God might say. One day we had a little prayer out there on the sidewalk. I cried, we hugged each other, I've never seen a person. They say, I don't know him like that. You don't know me on the other side of it. We'll work together and bud beside each other, but that's as far as we go. The Spirit got a hold of me that day. He asked me to pray with him. He bothered about something. I did, and I thought for sure he'd get saved. got saved. Let's keep working. He's got a problem with faith. He's got a problem with putting his trust in something he can't see, feel, or touch. That's a lot of people today. They want to see God, they want to feel God, they want to touch Him. Ain't going to happen. But they can see it in you and me. They can feel the love that can only come from above. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. Stand to our feet tonight as we sing one. I want you tonight to think about using the altar again. Amen. I want you to think about tonight how good it feels to be saved on your way to heaven. I want you to think about that tonight. I want you to think about if you're really saved. I want you to think about if you've been looking up. I want you to think about praying.